friend of mine said, why don't you apply to YLC? I didn't even know what that was. Youth Leadership Camp? And they said, yeah, why don't you apply for it? And I looked into it. I said, oh, that might be interesting. So I thought I'll go for it. They offered me a job, and then I had another commitment that I had to get myself out of. So then I said, let me do it next year. And they accepted me. Another conflict came up, and I thought, oh, I can't do it this year either. And then I applied for it the third year, thinking they're never going to want me because I turned it down twice. But sure enough, I did apply for it again, and they did give me that opportunity. It was great when I applied the third time, and they accepted me. And I decided I'm going to stay, keep that as my priority, drop everything else that summer, and I drove myself all the way to Oregon to work there as a staff member for the summer. It was a wonderful experience. And after that summer, I was asked again to be a presenter, and I was volunteer staff, and then before I knew it, a few years later, they asked me to become a director of the camp. So I applied 2 times, and they offered me, and I turned it down. The third time I made it, and it led into me being a director. So I say pursue your dreams, go for it. Don't let anything deter you. So I use my experience to look for other opportunities. For example, living in North Carolina, Hurricane Floyd, I had a terrible crisis that summer. I lost a lot of things, and I went through a hard time seeing other people who had many losses. It was very traumatizing. So when I came back here, I got involved with Habitat for Humanity, and that was just hugely benefiting and satisfying and inspiring for me, especially after all the suffering I had seen through Hurricane Floyd. So being involved in bad experiences can sometimes enrich your life as well and lead you in new beneficial directions. So now another way that I want you to think about living for yourself, think of yourself as a GPS system and it's guiding you to where you want to go. And sometimes you take a wrong turn and the GPS will still get you to where you want to go, just on a slightly different path. So you make a decision what your goal is, but sometimes there might be detours in the path and things come up. Go ahead, take your time. Take these other paths and learn from them. And it takes a lot of courage to, and remember, as you're on these other paths, it might take you to various other opportunities that were hidden to you initially. Sometimes you might feel unsure about the direction you're going in, but use your courage and go for it. One time I went to Gallaudet, and I wasn't sure whether I should live there. I knew that environment was very deaf-dominant, and I wasn't sure if I was ready for that. So I just decided to go ahead and go for Gallaudet. And I was there for almost 5 years. And there were many opportunities in Gallaudet that I picked up. And if I hadn't gone there, I would never have had all of those great experiences. You know, you will expect to see challenges in your life. And at the same time, always nurture your curiosity and face all of the new challenges that come across your path. There's no wrong path. You can find your own way through, and you will arrive at your destination, the better for it. A friend of mine, again, that I kept in touch with for several years, said, hey, let's go to Alaska. And I said, whoa, that's really far. I'm not ready for that. What's a good idea about going there? Why should I go? I just didn't feel it was the right time or that I was ready. But I got invited, and summertime came, and I thought, well, I could probably handle this. An 8-hour flight to Alaska. We went there and worked during the summer, and at the end of the summer, they hired me for a full-time job. I didn't expect that at all. It was a summer camp, and I didn't expect that. It was a wonderful opportunity to live in Alaska and be away from my family and meet new friends. I didn't feel I was ready for it, but after a couple of months, I made the decision to take that job, and it was a great promotion for me, and I'm glad I took that opportunity. I was a few years in Alaska, met many people there, loved the environment. It was a very enriching experience for me. And you might have a similar opportunity in the future that you can grab to go to a new place, a new environment, meet new people. It's really worth it. Then another opportunity came up for me to come to Rochester and work with CDR. And that was a promotion for me as well to become director. I wasn't sure I was ready for that job. That's a big job. I flew here for an interview, and it seemed like a great opportunity for me. So I decided to take that managerial position, even though I wasn't sure if I was ready for it. But I'm glad I did, because I'm here today, and I'm here tonight with you. So set up your intentions and your plans for the future. Focus on your goals, not only on grabbing the brass ring, but on what your goals are for the distant future. And however you may meander along your path through life, keep your eyes on the goal. And how you're going to get there, it's up to you to find your path. And put your heart into it. And think positive about things. It's very important to smile every day, laugh every day, and have fun. There are no limits to your possibilities and your capabilities. Live in the moment. Sometimes you'll face frustration, but don't give up. And accept the challenges, persevere, and embrace the challenges that you face. 16 years ago, when I graduated, if someone had come up and said, you know what, Shana, one day you're going to give a presentation at a high school graduation ceremony, my first reaction would have been, me? No way. I would never have believed it. But not because I wouldn't have wanted to, but I didn't imagine that would happen in my future. I would have never thought of that, and I'm so thrilled that I was asked to do this, and it's a fantastic experience. I really enjoy sharing some of these experiences with you. I thought that I knew a lot when I graduated from high school, but it was just the beginning, using those tools in the future of my life, becoming an adult, and new experiences. So the graduates of class 2009, your future will shine brightly. And I wish you all the best of luck in all of your endeavors. Grab every moment in your future with joy, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations to all of you.